Are you looking to create a great tagline? Or do you want to inspire your audience to make it easier for them to remember your brand? Well, in this video, I go over great tagline examples that you can use as inspiration when creating your tagline. So what is a tagline? Well, there's a great quote from Alina Wheeler, and she says, "A tagline is a short phrase that captures a company's brand essence, personality, and positioning and distinguishes the company from its competitors." One thing to remember is a tagline is not a slogan. A lot of people think that these are the same thing, but they're actually not. A tagline applies to your whole brand, and a slogan applies to a particular product, campaign, or range that you're producing. So if you think of your tagline as the top level of a communication strategy that relates to your brand, rarely changes, if ever. A slogan is something that is less fixed and actually can change a bit more frequently. We have a previous video that discusses how you can create a great tagline for your business, and you can see that here. Now in this video, we're going to go over 8 great examples of taglines and what makes them work. Nike and "Just Do It." This tagline was the most recalled tagline from a 2014 study on memorability and effectiveness of taglines from the University of Georgia, Texas Tech, and Cal State. It's a tagline that's known the world over. It's iconic, it's simple, it's distinctive, and it's memorable. It cuts through the endless excuses of people talking about not being able to exercise or not being able to do anything, and it challenges everyone to just do it. And it ties back into Nike's vision statement about inspiring and challenging people to do more and to be the best they can be. Lush and fresh handmade cosmetics. Now this is so good. It's 3 simple words and it gets across exactly what Lush does, simply, quickly, and decisively. This is a great example of a tagline that explains exactly what Lush does as a brand, what they sell. But in indicating what they sell, it also explains what they don't sell. So by saying it's fresh handmade cosmetics, you know that anything that isn't fresh or handmade is not going to be something that Lush does, and this effectively positions the brand. Subway, eat fresh. Fast food is a highly competitive market and therefore it's difficult to stand out. Subway have managed to boil down their tagline to just 2 words, so they're even more succinct than Nike and Lush in getting across what they do. They were also part of the same study with Nike in 2014 and were up there as some of the most recalled taglines. But the best thing about this tagline is that it repositions the competition. And what it does when it says eat fresh is it tells the audience, it tells people that at Subway you're going to eat fresh, which means that at other fast food restaurants you're not going to eat fresh. So it repositions the audience in a similar way to the Mac versus PC adverts of the 90s. And it does a great job of doing that. And this tagline is masterful in just using 2 words to reposition the rest of the market. Airbnb, belong anywhere. Another simple, succinct tagline. And this actually manages to explain what Airbnb does, what they stand for, and kind of what their ethos is as a brand. The ability to belong anywhere is facilitated by Airbnb, their app, the people that use it, and the audience that flocks to it every single day. The tagline speaks to the typical Airbnb user and also harks on the origins of the brand. So whether you're booking a romantic retreat, you're booking a room to watch a band that you like, or you're taking your family on holiday, Airbnb gives you the ability to belong anywhere. Comment below with your brand's tagline if you have one, and if not, what are some taglines that have really captivated you and have some real estate in your mind? Apple and think different. Apple created products for creatives, dreamers, thinkers, and misfits of the business world. At the time Apple came onto the scene, and largely now still, the computer industry was the realm of analysts, researchers, tech advocates, and corporate business. Paired with the iconic logo, the tagline challenges the status quo, and it echoes the sentiments from that famous ad challenging the dreamers, the thinkers, and the misfits. That logo, that tagline, those ad campaigns all work together along with the products and the way they develop them to position Apple away from the rest of the computer industry as something different. And this is the power of an effective tagline when coupled with the rest of the brand. BMW and the ultimate driving machine. One of the best examples of using a tagline to engage your audience is BMW's The Ultimate Driving Machine. and this was used for 34 years. This tagline does such a great job of using language that makes you want to get behind the wheel of the BMW and drive that car. It also gives the audience the words to position the brand. So every time they think of BMW, they think of the ultimate driving machine. To anyone who heard this tagline, BMW became the ultimate driving machine. Now, whether it is or it isn't is kind of irrelevant at this point, because it's cemented in their mind as being the ultimate driving machine. It also adds a layer of feeling behind it, something visceral you can really feel. And it conjures up images of open roads, long winding alpine tracks, and a machine that can handle it all. US Marines, the few, the proud, the Marines. One of the best ways to increase memorability in any kind of marketing, but especially with your tagline, is through repetition. And the US Marines do this in the tagline to great effect. The tagline does a great job of defining what it is to be a Marine in 3 short statements. The few communicates the exclusivity of becoming a Marine. It's hard to become a Marine and only a few people manage it. The proud, because it's so difficult to get into the Marines. The ones that do wear that badge with immense pride. The Marines, so equating the previous 2 statements to this one. So if you're one of the few, and if you are the proud, you are a Marine. It also works as a way to drive interest in becoming Marines. So if you see that tagline, you see it on the marketing and the campaigns. If you want to become one of the few, the proud, then go and join the Marines. Tesco, every little helps. This tagline was launched in 1993 along with the Tesco value range of low-cost products. Now, with supermarket chains constantly trying to outdo each other on price or price matching or reducing or different things like this, it can be hard for consumers to keep up. Until the 90s, Sainsbury's, a competitor of Tesco's, had the tagline, "Good food costs less at Sainsbury's." They then changed this to everyone's favourite ingredient, which was more of a focus on quality of produce than it was on value, effectively leaving a gap in the market, a position that they used to hold. Good food costs less at Sainsbury's. They moved away from that to try and position themselves about quality produce, leaving a hole that someone else could step into. And Tesco stepped into this gap with every little helps. And that tagline indicated to people that they were the brand to go to now for value, for money saving, and that they were also conscious about their consumers because they were thinking about how they could help them save money. That's 8 great tagline examples for your inspiration. There are many more, and there might be a further on video from this one that we do with some more tagline examples. But just some quickly off that are also worthwhile mentioning. Coca-Cola and open happiness. M&M's, melt in your mouth and not in your hands. Disneyland, the happiest place on earth. MasterCard, there are some things that money can't buy, for everything else there's MasterCard. John Deere, nothing runs like a deer. And Avis, we try harder. Now you have some great inspiration on how to create a tagline for your brand. If you need any help defining your brand, as what it stands for, what it stands against, how you're going to position your brand, and anything else you might need help with regards to improving, building, or growing your brand, there is a link in the description where you can book a free discovery call with Elements Brand Management, and we can help advise on the brand strategy, the rollout, the rebrand or repositioning that you're looking to do. If you've enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more, please subscribe using the button below and hit the bell notification so that you're notified every time a new video drops. Videos come out weekly and they're designed to help you unlock your brand's potential so you can stand out from the competition and create impact. Have a great week, catch up soon, and keep those brands unified.